All right.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Appreciate everybody being here. We're going to talk about beards and Kayleigh and what's that all about. But real quick, let's just welcome everybody in the chat. And we have that middle guy, Steven. What's going on?
What's happening,
Travis.
Steve?
Travis, welcome in.
Travis?
E, what's going on?
Hey.
Joshua Ricks. Then Eric T, welcome in. Let's see. Bearded account Ken, what's going on?
Hey, Ken.
eBeard, yeah, eBeard88, welcome. And Grindstone Grooming, Daniel, what's going on? Let's see, Black Sasquatch, welcome in, guy. Tech Troublemaker, what's going on? Let's see, and that's it we got so far. So appreciate everybody coming in. And real quick, I don't have a subscriber only mode on this one because I want everybody to be able to talk without subscribing if they don't want to subscribe. But if you're into beers, consider subscribing. So today we got Mike on here. And we're gonna help talk about beers and Kayleigh and all that kind of good stuff. So you want to start us off, Mike?
All right. So, Beards for Kayleigh, my business partner, Joe, his daughter, Kayleigh. It was on March 27th. I remember that specifically because that's my birthday. When I woke up, the first person to text me that day was Joe, and he's like, "Hey, happy birthday." I was like, "Thanks, man." And about an hour later, he texts me with a completely different type of text that he was on his way to Orlando, that they were flying his daughter from the hospital down here to the Children's Hospital in Orlando because they found it's a rare type of tumor, and hopefully Joe's able to join here in a little bit. He's been at the hospital all day and he can tell more about exactly what it is. I think it's called a DPI, or I don't know the technical term, Joe does, but basically it's a tumor, a very aggressive tumor, and unfortunately it's there's no cure for this type of tumor because it's on her brain, the stem of her brain. So all they can do right now is radiation treatments, and with the radiation treatments they are giving her 12 to 24 months to live, barring some sort of miracle. But the thing is, we believe in miracles, so um, we're going to see what happens. She's been going to radiation. It's very taxing on the family because he's having to take time off of work because, you know, a lot of people think, sometimes you own a business like we do, that, you make all kinds of money. Not necessarily. We both still work our regular jobs. We actually work together, and Joe is having to miss all kinds of work because of this. He's having expenses driving, 100 miles each direction almost every day to take her to radiation treatments. With that, is sometimes they just stay over there because sometimes she's not feeling too well after them. So that's hotel rooms they got to pay for. And this whole time, he's already used up all of his vacation and personal time off. So his job isn't in jeopardy because he's filled out the proper paperwork and he is protected that way. And our boss would not do that anyway under the circumstance. But, he is making less money and expenses are skyrocketing right now for him. So we donate to these types of causes all the time for sick children and veterans and all kinds of things. And every time you see something with a sick child, you're always like, you think how terrible that whole situation is, but you never once think that it's going to come that close to you. And unfortunately for Joe, he's going through all this right now with his daughter, which is, really, it's really sad to see because, I've known Joe for years, and to see him, I can't even imagine what he's going through right now. And just seeing how he is, it's pretty sad, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely could imagine. It's definitely I could see it's definitely a painful thing, especially for your own daughter to be going through, and definitely yeah, definitely expensive with hospitals and like that. They're so expensive to begin with anyway, and they just keep compounding, as it goes.
Yeah.
So
Well, there is a little bit of good news, and they've applied to be part of some clinical trials that they've been doing out at Stanford University in California. We're in South Florida, so that's, basically, if you exclude Alaska, about as far as you can get in this country away from all the way from the East Coast to out to the West Coast. And they've been having a little bit of success with not so much with curing it yet, but they're getting closer to it. But they have been adding time to people's lives. There's only been about 300 cases of this so far that have came up. So it is pretty rare, but so the studies move along kind of slow, but they are having looking at the chat, I'd see what Daniel said from Grindstone. Trial medications helped his cancer. But, so they're trying to get out there. But the thing is, if they do get accepted out there, they got to go out there and they have to stay out there for 6 weeks.
Wow.
And then they got to come back. And then they have to end up going back out for another 6 weeks for the trials. So that's going to be 12 weeks off of work, 12 weeks of being in a hotel, 12 weeks of eating out every night, 12 weeks of, huge expenses with nothing coming in. So, Joe's not just my business partner, he's my best friend, and I'm going to do absolutely 100% everything I can to help him out through this whole horrific time that he's going through in his life right now.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you doing that. And I know when you reached out to me to help with this cause, I was like on it, I was on it there for you. So I started reaching out to some companies, through DMs, and then I said, well, let me just make a post and make get more people that way. And sure enough,
And Dagan, thank you very much. Thank you to you, to Steven, that metal guy, Steven, Bearded Chief, Seth, the Bearded RDU. This guy's a little controversial, but sometimes, and some people don't like him, but Drew, the Kentucky Beardsman, he's been very helpful through this. And I hope I'm not missing anybody. Kevin, Blue Collar Bearded. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I had a list and I don't know where I put it. And I also want to thank all the companies that have contributed to this, to watch the bearding community, step up and help out in this situation. It's really awesome. And there's 30 of them. And I know there's no way without my list in front of me that I'm going to name them all. Most of them are on the flyer that I had, so I can pull that up and I can name the others without it. So give me just a few seconds. Maybe it's a good thing I had to switch devices if we're having problems, because I can pull that up on this one.
I know it's definitely awesome to see, because even after I made that post, companies just started reaching out. Other people out there, tag companies, and they reached out. So I know me myself, I had 14 companies reach out to, through me. So
yes,
and there's a lot of good stuff that they're donating too. So
yep. I just want to name off these companies in no particular order. Bay Area Beards. They're out of Florida here. I've met Matt several times. Super great guy. Epic Beard Company. He actually lives in the same. He just recently moved here. He's been in the same city for a long time, but he just moved in the same residential neighborhood as I live in. Reggie from there. Voodoo Men's Craft, Long Island Beard Company, Wild Swing Grooming, Iowa Beard Company, Jolly Old Fat Man, Cervantes Beard Company, Weather Beard, Florida Boys Grooming, Rockaholic, Mad Mixer, Miami Beard Co. And I want to give a real good shout out to Vic from Miami Beard Co. because he's done, most companies to do anything, we're extremely grateful, but Vic is doing, I believe, 4 $25 gift cards.
yeah.
But Vic comes up and he judges a comp we do every year. We've went out to events that he's put on because he's only 100 miles away from us. So we know Vic really well. There's Mad Mixer, I don't know if I said them, Razorback Beard Care, who I had never heard of before this. Baronial Bearded Brothers, who I believe is now, what they changed it to, burrows or something like
Yeah,
that.
five barrels now.
Uh, Ferocious Beards, Elite Grooming, Valhalla Beard and Body, Copper Johns, Anointed Beard Company, Apex, The Bearded Pup, Ever Ready Beard Company, Bearded Squirrel, Bearded Rack, 8-Bit Beard Co., Blue Collar Beardsman, a newer company. I know Daniel from Grindstone, Passport Grooming, um, and White Oak Grooming, or White Oak Beard Supply, or I'm sorry if I'm butchering their name. I'm not being intentional with that. It's one of those ones I was not aware of them until they reached out to me after they saw a post on Facebook about it, and I really appreciate what everybody's doing. Some of the bands that we're working with have, I I don't know if you see my post, but I've already gotten packages from a couple of them, and they're sending signed CDs, T-shirts, stickers, necklaces. Um, Sorry, my wife comes walking out. She was being loud.
It's all right.
Even though I told her I was coming on here to be quiet, she don't listen.
Yeah.
um, but bands that we work with, like Black Sasquatch, who was in the chat, Dead Silent, send some stuff. So High sending some stuff. Walking Corpse Syndrome. Um, all these bands, and they're not just sending like one thing; they're sending multiple things. I've kind of estimated with some of the different things that we have coming in that we're going to have over 30 winners in the raffles. But the grand prize drawing, for lack of a better term, with what we're putting up, which is going to be 10 bottles of choice, we're going to throw in a T-shirt with everything that we're getting from the bands. We have things like Leather Workers going to, who's part of the bearding community, is donating a $300 gift certificate for his Leather Works. And I think as I was adding stuff up, and I probably even missed some stuff, it was around $1,000 what the grand prize um, raffle drawing is going to be for this one. That's just the main prize, not to mention everything that all these companies that we just mentioned has added in. We're probably talking a couple thousand, $2,500 worth of products of all different types that are being donated for this.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Also, I don't know if you heard this. Last week I was on a podcast called Sinning on Sundays with the Bearded Sinners, a beard club out of they're all over, but up in the Midwest, and they're and as we were talking, we came up, and if we end up reaching $5,000, I'm going to shave this beard off. Grant, I'm not going to do it with a razor. I'm going to do it with clippers because I cannot bring myself to use a razor. But
yeah. But even using clippers though, that's just a majestic beard.
It's about 18, 19 inches.
Yeah.
But the plan with that is if we do that, if we do raise that amount, I'm going to donate.
Oh, we locked up. I know. Let's give it a second here. You're breaking up there, Mike. I don't know if you can hear me though. But he's going to donate his beard to Locks of Love or something like that. So, and he dropped out. So hopefully he will be back in here. Let's go. Oh, here he comes.
Okay.
There he is.
I was talking about. I originally said Locks of Love, but I had a few people reach out to me that they charge too much for their wigs that they do. There's another organization called Wigs for Kids, and we looked into it, and they do accept beard hair as long as it meets the requirements, which mine does because I think it's 10 inches, and we're not quite, but almost double that. So it's going to go for, double down for another charity as well. We're on a podcast on Thursday with a couple of ladies, and one of them has offered up to shave up their head as well.
That's actually awesome. And real quick, Tech Troublemaker has a question. Is there a way to donate?
Absolutely. To just donate, one of two ways, either PayPal or Zelle. Zelle, there's no fees for anyone. So I encourage that if you have Zelle through your bank, but if not, PayPal, and it is awiseman7604@yahoo.com for either of those. The letter A, my last name Wiseman7604@yahoo.com.
It's awiseman7604@yahoo.com.
Yes, sir. That'll be good for PayPal or Zelle, either or. I have the same address, link to both of those, and 100% of everything raised for this is going directly to Kayleigh and the family.
Okay.
I'm even covering I'm going to cover because I couldn't figure out how to do it without tax, so I lowered the price of the tickets a little bit. I'm going to make up the difference out of everything for the tax out of my pocket, as well as any credit card processing fees that we get as well.
All right, so I put that in the chat real quick, and I'm going to pin it as well. And I will, after the stream, I'll add that to the description as well, so if people do a replay. Speaking of which, I got him with his website in the description below, for y'all can actually go to buy the raffle tickets as well. Oh, and also PayPal, you can actually bypass their fees if you do it as like to a friend, so they won't charge you fees that way. Right?
No, the fee, if you do it friends and family, it charges the person sending it fees. If you do it to a business, which I think is the only way mine will take it, if I'm not mistaken, because we are a business, it charges us the fees. The way around it is if you have money in your PayPal account, it won't charge a fee that way, if I'm not mistaken. If you already have it in there.
Oh, that's cool. That's good to know. So actually, let's go to the website real quick, and of course, my website popped up. Let me fix that real quick. Sorry, guys. There we go. All right, so you can see right there you scroll down from the top. Right
top three items.
Yeah, top 3 items. There are the raffles, which you can get either 15 tickets for 50, so basically actually $46.50. Then
that charges tax, so it comes out around 50.
Yeah,
and
6 for 25, and then if you want a single ticket, it is, I guess, $5 because it's $4.75 in here, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It comes out to right around $5.
So that's all you have to do is just go to the website and purchase your raffle tickets if you want to try to participate in that. And eBeard88 asked him, what about Cash App?
Cash App, I do not have Cash App for whatever reason. When I changed my cell phone like a couple of years ago, it didn't port my number over, and somebody had already signed up for a bunch of this stuff, and I was just like, and I couldn't sign up for it because it's like that number's already in use. I've tried calling them and can't get through to that for some reason.
Oh, and earlier you said Zelle, right? Not
yes.
Venmo. Okay. All right, that's my fault. That's my fault, Mark. Yeah, that was PayPal or Zelle, not Venmo. I'm gonna retype that real quick.
Yeah, PayPal or Zelle. It's both of those same address.
Let me do that again. Yeah, so, and that's really awesome that you're helping do this for Joe for sure.
And if there's a Roy Richardson,
right, yeah, that's Tech Troublemaker.
Yep, I want to thank him because he purchased some raffle tickets.
Oh,
so thank you, Roy.
Cool.
I can see that over here on.
Yeah, that's really awesome, Tech Troublemaker. And okay.
So we have some other things going on. I can't quite discuss them yet. I'll allude to them a little bit, but I can't get too particular until we have the contract signed, which should be sometime this week. But we're also looking at hosting a benefit for Kayleigh and the family, a live in-person benefit. I'm not going to say where yet, but we're looking at doing a block party type thing. We're basically waiting on the permits right now, which shouldn't be a problem because in this area, it happens 4 or 5 times a year, so it shouldn't be a problem. But we're going to be having the streets shut down. There's 4 places right there, 2 beside each other, 2 directly across the street. It's right on the river. You can see the yachts where they hoist them out of the water right there. It's that type of area without giving away too much. And we have some pretty big name music artists coming through. Not ones that we necessarily work with, but I mean some actually really big names. One really big name that's going to come and play at it once we get everything finalized. They're in Florida right at the time that we're doing it. They have the date that we're doing it off, and we've talked to them. I think that's one of the good things about what, I don't know if I ever told you before, years ago, I toured the country playing music. That's part of why we work with so many bands that we do. I'm really into music. I've been a musician for years. I don't have the time to play that I want to anymore, but being able to work with the bands that we do, and plus I have a lot of connections in that industry because I did work as a touring musician years ago. So we're able to use some of our contacts to be able to get a really big name to be able to play for this. And once we get everything squared away, I can make that announcement. But I don't want to say anything yet, just in case some reason we have to do it and then we have to change a venue or whatever we got to do.
Right.
But something's going to be happening that day regardless, no matter where we have to end up doing it. But I don't see any problems with where we're going, but I don't want to say it until we have it set, if that makes sense.
Right. Awesome. Hey, Shaky, and we're the North, and everybody else that came in since while we've been talking. Appreciate y'all coming in. And remember, hit that like button if you don't mind. So, for sure. Yeah, really awesome. And also let y'all know that when we do the raffle, we're going to do it here on a live stream again on my channel, which was going to be Saturday the 29th.
Saturday the 29th.
And still going to stick with 5 p.m. Eastern.
If you want to change the time, we can do that. That's no problem.
Well, no, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, the weekend, I usually, if I do work, it's only half a day, and I'm off by 12, so I have more than enough time. So.
All right. And we can definitely start promoting that we're going to be doing the drawings live on there. Joe's got an app on his phone. All he has to do is put in the name and the number of tickets beside it, and it automatically does everything for it. So they're all stored in there right now. We just keep adding them in every time that we kind of see them. Well, he's been doing that because he's got it on his phone because we figured we'd be using mine. But I don't know because every time I go live one with you, I have issues with my phone. So I had to get out another device today.
Well, just make sure you use the same device you're using now.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I guess it's just something with that device there is having issues with how you get on my stream. So, yeah, well.
Yeah, because last time we eventually got it, and I used that same device, but
yeah, but I think it's like
we had problems last time. I was on
like
with
2 or 3 times leaving and coming back in though. So
that's why this time I was like, you know what? Let me try this other device because. Yeah. And it was weird because I had my microphone hooked up, and when I had that, you could hear me, but I couldn't hear you. And if I would disconnect it, I could hear you, but then you couldn't hear me.
Right. And real quick, E wanted me to repeat that date and time of the raffle. So it's going to be Saturday, April 29th at 5 p.m. Eastern. And eBeards88 says, is there any way to see the current amount raised? If I don't know, that's up to you.
I would have to post that, and I'd have to look at it. But I was looking at it earlier today, and we're right around 1,400.
Pretty good. And
between
remember,
donations and yeah.
Right, and remember, if you get to that 5,000 mark, Mike here is going to shave his beard. That was very awesome.
Let's go $4,999.99. I really don't want to shave my beard, but if we raise that amount, I'm a man of my word, and I will. But I also made that stipulation. I'm not doing it with the razor. I'll probably leave it like about at least half an inch long, because I'm not going to be without a beard. That's gonna that is going to hurt my business a lot too, because just walking through the grocery store or wherever, any place that I go, when people see my beard, they're like, "Oh, that's a really nice beard." And as I talk to them, I end up giving them a card, and usually
Right. Well,
quiet.
because you are the hemp wizard. The hemp
My son
wizard,
just got home.
you know, you are the hemp wizard. So the wizard, you usually have longer beard. So, but
Yeah,
it'll grow back. His hair will grow
yeah.
back.
So it'll grow back. It'll take about 3 years, but it'll grow back.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, that $5,000 mark is only applies to this online benefit. I'm not going to go running with that for the next one, because I think we're going to surpass that when we do the live in person event, um, between that and this. So I'm
Right.
not doing it. Also, another thing we've been doing for them, where we work at, we've been taking up a collection for Joe, and all of the supervisors have all. One of the supervisors there, he was the first one, and he threw in $100 and challenged every supervisor there to do the same amount, except for Joe. He's a supervisor there as well. But
Right.
he would just be giving it to himself. But,
And
actually, well, he wasn't when that first happened. I was able to I was able to help Joe get a promotion this past week. So
cool. And the eBeard
even with his
88
time,
says, what about shaving your head bald instead? LOL. You know, I always wanted to shave my head off just to
it's
see what
already
happened.
almost bald. I mean, and it's not short. I kept it short for a long time, but I started growing it out like 8 months ago. Uh, Complete the wizard look a little bit, but
Right.
it's kind of thinning, so it's not. But that just makes it look even more wizardly.
Yeah. Hey TJ, welcome in. Appreciate being here. And might have him cut out again. That's all right. So yeah, I mean, just think about buying tickets for the raffle, and we'll switch to this thing while he's trying to get back in. So I think the awesome cause, definitely, this tumor she has is very rare. Only 300, like I said, only 300 cases that have ever been known about this tumor. So it's definitely an awesome cause. Joe, his partner, his basically been off his job for a while and already went through his vacation leave, and so his money's running thin. Of course, in the doctor's bills and hospital visits for the radiation stuff, they're still increasing while his pay is going down. So definitely awesome cause to get this done. So like I said, the link to Hemp Wizard in the description below, and you can always go um, purchase some raffle tickets, or if you just want to donate directly without raffle tickets, you can use that pinned look at that pinned comment up there, and it'll let you know how you can donate directly, which I will add in the description later on after the stream is ended for anybody that watched this replay. So, and I think he's back. You back? Hopefully. No, your video's frozen. I don't know if you can hear me, Mike, but you're frozen. Hopefully that comes through here a minute. But yeah, we'll go back to here a minute. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so, and hit that like button while you're at it, please. And, I left the subscriber mode off. Usually have subscriber mode on. Uh, yeah, but now for some reason I have to add you. I gotta add you back in the stream. Oh no. See, it's a problem we had before. So, hold on, guys. I don't think they can't hear you. Hold on, I gotta write a note to show him. Did well, he's already logging out. Yeah, because I had to send him two links. The first one kept not working for some reason. I had to send him another link and send it. Then finally use another device. So the sideshow. What's going on? It's my job if we hit 5,000. Oh, cool. Thank you for doing the sub mode off. We appreciate it. This is for a good cause. Yes, I didn't want to have to people just a sub to make comments. But you know, if you want to subscribe and you're bearded and want to check out my content, my channel, then I would appreciate a subscribe. But definitely want to turn it off for this. But they're my normal live streams. I keep them subscriber mode turned off. Well, one reason because in the past, before I started using subscriber only mode, I used to get a lot of spam. Random bots or where they spam, typing in links to who knows what. And to get rid of those, I use subscriber only mode. So, and with subscriber only mode, got rid of those bots. So, plus the side effects, some people subscribe too. So, but anyway, yeah. I can hear you, but I have to add you back in. Well, good. But I got to add you back in the link. I got you back to stream for some reason. This.
And it was just lingering there at the top, taking up part of the screen. So I went to close it by flicking it off, and for some reason it opened it instead. So that's my fault. I've got another one there. I'm just going to leave it there and deal with it on this end of not being able to see everything.
Yeah, and the side shows that I played on our podcast that I would shave my head as short as like she had shaved his beard if he hits 5,000.
Yes, we were just talking about that not long ago before that happened. But yes, Bethany from the sideshow is going to shave her head along with me shaving her beard if we hit $5,000.
If it does get to that 5,000 mark, y'all should definitely do it on a stream or a live on IG or something together and do it together.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. So
if we hit it beforehand, I'll probably bring a set of clippers and do it on live with you when we're picking the winners after we pick everyone.
Oh, yeah. like right as you're about to say that, I was thinking that in my head. It's like that'd be cool. Like do it afterwards and be like a bonus show. So.
Or I got to check into that might be the one reason I might not do it that way. It might be a week or so after because I don't know their requirements of when you donate it like that. If you have to have it done at certain places or what have you as well. So I got to check into that to make sure that we hit the specifications because if I am taking it off, I want it to go for another good cause.
Yeah, I would imagine, since your beard's so long that you'd have to tie it up the very highest point, then just shave right across, cut it right across, then you can shave the rest,
Well, it'd be kind of hard because, like, part of it's, like, up in here, too.
Yeah.
And even though, and that qualifies as well. So if I did that...
Well, you like three in a section. You got the main point. Yeah, you can do the main point, then the sides, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit more involved than me just like taking it off.
Yeah, for sure.
So I do have to look into that if we get to it. But right now, I mean, let me see. I think earlier today was around 1350, I think. So now we're around 14, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It could be 15. I might have missed something that came in that I didn't see because I haven't checked. I can look at that real quick and see.
Yeah, so remember, guys, go hit that link to Hit Wizard down in the description and buy some raffle tickets. You know, there's a lot of good stuff out there. You know, I named off all those companies earlier, and several of the companies I know, at least on the ones that reached out to me, have, you know, donated multiple things. You know, not just like a combo thing. You know, like one company is donating four $25 gift cards,
Yeah,
and another company's donating 3 combo kits. So that's like 3 winners
yeah,
there. So it's like a bunch of good stuff out
yeah.
there. So
I got to get, I got to put the list together of everything because I want to list everything that's up for raffle as well. Because when people see the amount of it, they're going to be like, "Whoa, hold up, wait a second, all right," because there's going to be 30 plus winners um, with this, and like I was saying earlier, the grand prize is going to be around that $1,000 mark, maybe even a little bit more, with everything that's involved with it. Um, Here, give me 1 second. I'll show you. I got a box over here. Just some stuff that I have.
and I hear about that
Start with some
the
smaller
sideshow. I
stuff
hear you.
first. With have that, I, a lot of people think, oh, the bands are just going to donate a shirt or something, but
That's cool.
shirt from a band called Dead Silent. We got koozies from them. We got these patches from Black Sasquatch. We got a koozie from Black Sasquatch. We have, that's bigger than a shot glass, so I don't know. A double shot glass, maybe? I don't know. But with the Dead Silent logo, we got wristbands, stickers, uh, guitar pick shaped earrings with one of the band's logos that's Dead Silent, more stickers. This is a very rare, uh, early from when they first started, promo photo from Black Sasquatch. Um, all kinds of stuff in here. I'm not going to pull everything on it, just a couple more things. There's more stickers and stuff in there for like a dog tag style necklace from one of them. Bottle openers, more buttons, and these are just the ones I have already. I have some that are coming out this week, shipping this week, but autographed by the whole band. Both of these signed by the band. We got more signed stuff coming in, more T-shirts, more like whatever they send. I mean, these bands are putting together some pretty nice little packages to send out for this
Right.
stuff.
Definitely some pretty cool stuff. Definitely got a lot going on there for sure. I know you were kind of lagging
So
there for a second, but that's all right. All right, yeah. So I think that sounds good. So if anybody has any questions, I guess if you want to go ahead and kind of trail it on out.
if there's,
Ooh, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Can't see who it was.
let's see, Black
Yeah, it's Black Sox. So glad to help.
James
James.
Hansen, that's a bearded
Yeah.
metal shit.
Yep. Welcome in, James. Oh yeah, TJ. Thanks for subscribing,
Then
man. Awesome.
yeah, I mean, when we were first setting it up, I had some people like, well, do you have the raffle tickets available already? I was like, no, I'm holding off. Let's hold off on that. Let's get everything in place. We can add more always, but I wanted to get everything in place to try to make it as successful as possible. Because to me, if you start to raffle tickets and you have like just a couple of items to begin with, people are like, well, there's not much to win. When I knew we were going to, I shouldn't say I knew, I was hoping we were going to get a lot of stuff, and we did. Um, so it made it so it's a little bit more dynamic, and people are like, wait, there's all of this, and we still haven't even put everything out there yet because we're still getting more and more stuff in from all these bands in different places. And I got, I get contacted all the time like, hey, can we add this to it? And like, Yes, yes. Um, so, and we're extremely grateful for the help and support that everybody has been showing for this. All these different companies. It's good to see, like in this beard community, all these companies come together and like all these musicians um, taking time to send stuff out for a cause like this. It's you know it's really a good feeling to see so many
Yeah, for
people
sure. The
help
sideshow.
out
Do you know how
this
many
way.
tickets have been sold?
Uh, that I don't know. Let me see if it can. Uh, I know between ticket sales and donations, we're right around that $1,400 mark right now. Um, but let me see. Going to the dashboard, see if I can separate this. That's not word
Oh,
product.
yeah, what are you doing? eBeard88 says
No, that just shows me. I know
the
that.
money we can give us is a win for all of us. Anything we can do to make their lives easier, that's all that matters. God bless Kayleigh and her family. So, yeah. Yes, for sure. So, are you able to find it? No?
All right, just alone on the 15 for 50, we have sold 14 of those, of the 15 for 50s.
Oh,
So whatever, that's 150 plus what, 60, so 210 there. Let me see the next one. I think when I added it up earlier, we're at around $900 in raffle ticket sales. The other about 500 has just been straight
pretty
donations.
cool.
Um, I've gotten like 3 or 4 donations
Yeah,
of a
and,
hundred
throughout this
dollars.
whole time we've been live, there's been several people that they've already bought tickets or
So
beforehand,
yeah,
or they actually bought some during the stream here. So, that's pretty cool. For sure.
yeah,
And I know you're going to be.
yes, and everybody that has helped out,
Oh, do we lose them again? Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and I know, and anybody watching this, if you don't have the means to buy a ticket, that's understandable. But a simple share of one post or the stream or something, that could help us raise more for it. That does more than what people realize sometimes. You know, and as I'm scrolling point today, I was scrolling and I saw like 6 or 7 times in just a minute, and I'm like, it's amazing to just see the community come together and help
Yeah, I
out.
mean, just like you said, eBeard88 says share it. I mean, you can do more than just uh, cash, donations. Share it. Tell people about it. Things
Yeah,
like that. So for sure. Yep.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we certainly appreciate the shares because that you never know who's going to see it from a share. Uh, so and we're really just we're trying to save Kayleigh's life by any means possible right now, and it's a very grim situation and it's not looking good. But we're not giving up, and Joe and his family are not giving up, and him being my best friend, I'm going to be there fighting with him the whole time, doing everything we possibly can to try to you know help out his daughter.
Right. And
So
the sideshow said you can also send cards and letters to her. So, what if somebody wanted to do that? How would they be able to do that?
um, okay, the Bethany, I believe that's who just said that. As opposed to giving out his address, they volunteered, like, if you want to send cards or anything, if it's something big, they want the address, they can reach out to anybody. We can get them that address. But if it's just like cards or stuff like that, um, they can either send them to like Bethany from the sideshow, and they're putting together a package to send for Kayleigh, with some of the people they know and some of their resources. We got kind of like a wish list from Kayleigh with some stuff that she's really to and would like, and they're helping to try to put that together just to send to her. So if anybody wanted to get a card, they could reach out to her and send it, and she'll add it in with the package. I know, knowing Joe and his family the way that I do, I know that would greatly be appreciated, and she would be very touched by that. Um, she really would.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So yeah, send a letter. Reach out to the sideshow. All right, awesome. So anybody, any last questions anybody put out, and also,
Or they can reach out to me and I can get them in
yeah,
contact.
that'd be a good idea as well. I know you're gonna be on another live stream here coming up, right? To talk more about this.
I'm going to be on a few of them coming
Yeah,
up here
I
soon.
know of one for sure.
Um, go ahead and tell me which one. So
But the beard,
which
beard
one
of
do
the
you know?
north.
Here
Yeah,
to the north, yeah, I believe. Oh gosh, I'd have to look through my messages. That's either this coming Thursday or the following Thursday. Off
Friday,
the top
Friday.
of my
His
head, I
are on
don't know.
Friday. Thought
But
that.
yes, we're going to be on with him, and I want to thank you because, or yeah, Friday. I'm sorry. We're on another one the day before that, which is a worldwide radio program that we're going to be on. One that we actually work with. They're having us on. Um, they actually mentioned it on their last week's show, and we got some donations and ticket sales while they were talking about it. We weren't even on with them; they were just talking about it. But we're going to be on with them the day before we're on with Beard of the North. Gosh, I have a list of them. I'm completely unprepared because I left my list of all the companies involved and all the programs that were going on. But yes, we're going to be on with Beard of the North. So thank you to Dan for having us on there and talking about it. Um, um, I know we're going to be on the Hard Rock and Sports Show. Um, I think um, we were on. We were talking with last Friday was their last show for their season before they take a break for like a month. But we're on talking with Licking County Metalheads. They were talking about it in the podcast that we work with. And I know there's a few others, and they're slipping my mind right now. I've got like 1,000,004 things going on between all this and working on the other benefit that we're trying to work on. And on top of that, we're still committed to, we're holding the Buckeye Beard Battle in Ohio in August. And so I still have stuff for that going on. And with Joe being out, and not, I'm not saying anything wrong because I 100% don't want him doing anything except focusing on his daughter right now. With him being my business partner with this, that's putting all that on me right now as well. So I'm keeping up with the orders, making sure everything, keeping up with inventory so we don't run out of stuff and all of that on top of working 40 hours a week and planning not only everything with Beards for Kayleigh, the Buckeye Beard Battle, but this other benefit that we're working with. We have a festival that we're doing next weekend. I don't think Joe's going to make it with me, but I got two of our good friends that are going to come and help out with it that we were signed for. So it's a full plate right now with a lot of things going on.
Right. That's for sure. Definitely a busy man.
But
But yeah, I got focused on her. It's on our daughter, so that's for sure. And I know eBeard 88 said, "Let's know, please, if any beard company that turns down the opportunity to help, I'll never buy from them again. We all need to come and go." Yeah, and my thoughts on that. I know, just like it's personal, personal lives. Sometimes we don't have the means to donate yet, and I mean, I mean, I wouldn't say that for a beer company, but but I don't know if donations are tax deductible. Maybe they can get around with that way. But even like if a brand new company or even a company that's like struggling just to stay open, you know, just even get away from products may be hurting for them too.
Yeah,
So, all right,
yeah, yeah. Everybody's situation is different. I know not everybody can contribute, um, but one thing again that everybody can do is share some of the posts and get it out there. Say a prayer for the family. Send some positive thoughts and good vibes that way. Um, those are all things that people can do that are free. That all help out more than what anybody really knows.
yep, for,
Even just liking and commenting on it before you share it, um, because that'll help push it in the algorithms more
yep,
as well.
definitely for sure. All right, I guess let's go and
So,
get out of here. If anybody has any last questions, do you have any last words, Mike?
um, again, I mean, if you can't donate, we understand, but a prayer or just a share of the post, some of the post, or a share of this live stream or any of that, because you never know who's going to see it. Also, everybody that's in here, go like this video. Like on a video helps push it into algorithms a lot. Um, so potentially somebody that does have the means to donate or something might see it and be like, yeah, I can do that. Even if it's just one raffle ticket, because we've had some of those, and those are some of the ones that you appreciate the most, even more than the $50 bundles for them, because those are the people that are probably struggling with money, and that's a lot to some people, and we certainly do appreciate that. For as we're doing everything we can to try to help Kayleigh
Yes,
out.
for sure.
And again, thank you for having me on to help bring attention to this, and thank you sincerely for all of your help, Dagan. It really means a lot. You've been a very big help with this. You helped us reach out to a lot of companies, a lot of them that you know I've reached out to some that I know some of the people from, but there's a lot of them that are donating that I've never talked to them before this, and it's just good to see a community like this come together for you know to try to help save a little girl's life.
Yep, and that's a great thing to see about this beer community. So for
So
sure, and I just want to say I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with us, and those who have bought raffle tickets already, pretty awesome. And if you think about it,
yeah, every, everybody that's bought raffle tickets, thank you very much, or even shared
yeah,
or that has helped us out in any way with all this. I mean, it's truly appreciated.
yep. So again, and we'll have the
So
live raffle here on my YouTube channel on the 29th of April on at 5 p.m. Eastern. So with that, say thank you again for everybody showing up, and everybody have a good night. So good night, everybody. All right, later.
thank you, Owen.